Powered by Riverside.
Welcome to the Vehicle City Sound podcast. This is volume 2025, episode number 22. Our air date is Thursday, May 29th, 2025. I'm your host, C. Willie, joined again this week by the incomparable.
What are peep?
She's still keeping me around. We're on a roll right now. And we have a very special guest tonight. Dallas is joining us from the musical group Bourbon Sons out of Charlotte, North Carolina. Welcome to the show, sir.
Great to be here. Thanks so much for having me. I appreciate it.
I tell you what, we found you guys a while back watching a couple of your videos on TikTok, and you take care of the three essentials in C. Willie's life: bourbon, race cars, and great music.
There we go. That's all you need, yeah.
We were just blown away the first time we saw you. Reading through and looking at some of the promotional materials you guys got, you call yourselves Two Rock for Country and Two Country for Rock. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so that's kind of where we land. We do country kind of our way down here. I mean, we grew up in the South. My first concert ever was Tim McGraw, so country's in my veins for sure. But then I got into guitar and Guns N' Roses and that kind of stuff, and I did rock and roll for a really long time. And so we went through some lineup changes with the old band that we had, and ended up kind of with me singing. So we were like, oh, okay, well, we can't do heavy hard rock as much anymore, so let's kind of adjust a little bit.
All right.
And so that's kind of, but rock's still kind of where our heart is as a band as well. So we kind of blend the two together, and we're like, you know what, we could try to be one or the other, but we're just gonna be right there at that 50% mark.
You've got that sound and I know we'll talk about this a little later. You got a big festival coming up here shortly, but you've got that festival sound. You've got that big sound that I think so many of us really enjoy.
That's something, I don't know if it was a conscious decision. It's just kind of how we write. But I did notice more and more in the past few years that country tended to be very small. You have your Zach Bryans, your Tyler Childers, all these artists who are great, but very small, acoustic, soft singing, nothing. And I was like, well, I like Kiss. Let's be the Kiss of country. Let's just be fire and explosions and loud and stacks of guitar amps, and let's do country that way. That sounds fun.
Well, and from your videos, you see that. You are encapsulating that.
Yeah, I want to fill a stadium, not a coffee shop.
No question. No question.
We love it. I mean, we're eating it up. We have been excited about this interview for quite some time, and I know
that's so awesome.
They're gonna love it.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, we're still a really new band. We started Bourbon Sons. I think we're coming up on 2 years, about a year and a half right now. So
you've had some great success already.
It's been a lot really fast, which is nice. But we're hoping we can keep that pace.
Absolutely. So just a couple of years old. What are some of your influences? You mentioned the big bands, the Kiss, the stadium sort of sound. How did it all come about? How did everything come together 2 years ago?
So a few of us met doing a Journey tribute band, and this would have been like 2016 or something like that. And we got to looking around at each other. We were like, we should just do our own band. So we started writing our own music and doing that. That band became our old rock band, which was called the LA Maybe. And we were in that for a while, and we had kind of a harder rock sound. We had I was just lead guitar at that point. We had a different guy being just the lead singer, and we had kind of a Guns N' Roses, AC/DC kind of vibe. And that took us all over the world. We toured Europe. We played all sorts of legendary rooms. Speaking of Kiss, we did their Kiss cruise. So we played with them, and it was that was crazy. So we've done a lot of cool stuff like that. And then it came time to kind of just part ways with our singer for a few reasons. And the decision was, do we go look for another singer and keep doing this, or do we just swap up and try something new? So we decided to do that. And so it went from 5 people to 4 people, and now it's just the same 4 guys that toured the world. We're just have a different name and a different sound and fresh music, and
just a little bit different direction.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. If you knew us from the LA Maybe days, some people think that the switch was weird or it didn't work out or something. But I can tell you from the person who looks at all of our analytics, it was like, all right. So yeah, it's crazy to think, but we've surpassed the highest highs of the LA Maybe at this point as Bourbon Sons. So that's been really validating to the 4 of us to see a little bit of success and to see like, okay, so we made a swap and we're making it work. We keep going. And you know, the Yellow maybe wasn't big or anything. So it's not like we have to, it's not like AC/DC, you know, hiring Brian Johnson and doing Back in Black. Like that's, you know, big shoes to fill, and they did it successfully, but it wasn't like that for us. We just had to, you know, just keep rolling.
Well, you've had a lot of new releases. You've got a lot of new music coming out. And the first one that we've got queued up tonight is Living in the Fast Lane. Tell us a little bit about this song.
Sure. So a few months ago, I think, I guess actually, yeah, more than that, probably November or so last year, the iRacing video game team reached out to us and said, hey, you know, they've used some of our songs in the past. We have a good relationship with them. They said, we want to use a song for the new NASCAR 2025 game. Could you write us one? I was like, yeah, we could just write you a song. That sounds good. So we sat down and wrote Living in the Fast Lane in an evening. And I did a quick demo and sent it over to him. And he was like, this is it. This is great. Let's use this. So it's obviously very like NASCAR driven, and it's kind of, you know, very racing centric and stuff. And we went for the video, we filmed it at the Dillon Motor Speedway, which was really fun. But yeah, we're from Charlotte. NASCAR headquarters are here. You know, a lot of the people are around here. There's tracks everywhere. You know, I'm driving home from, you know, wherever sometimes, and the racers are driving by me with their big trailers and stuff. So we're right in the heart of it. And this song kind of encapsulates that vibe, I think.
Well, it only makes sense that you're doing that right there from Charlotte. So
yep.
Let's give this one a listen. This is Bourbon Sons and Living in the Fast Lane.
Loud enough till the speakers blow. Top down in an
Living in the Fast Lane, that's Bourbon Sons. I know I'm going to get a ticket this summer listening to that song cruising down I-75. It's going to happen.
So.
We'll let you know.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a quick break for a commercial here. We'll be right back with Dallas from Bourbon Sons. It's the new party of the summer, the Country Roads Music Festival at the Groves in Brooklyn, Michigan, July 18, 19, and 20. Restless Road, Colt Ford, and Drew Baldridge are your headliners, and they're going to be joined on stage by a host of VCS alums, including Louie Lee, Ryan J., Michaela Prue, Gasoline Gypsies, Kay Harper, Blue Sky, and many more. There are a host of ticket packages available. This is going to be the one you want to be at. CountryRoadsMusicFestival.com is where you get your tickets. We'll see you there July 18, 19, and 20. Welcome back to the Vehicle City Sound Podcast. We are with Dallas from Bourbon Sons. They're two rock for country and two country for rock, and they've got a huge sound, and we're just loving it. We just heard one of their new releases, Living in the Fast Lane. You say the band has really only been together in this format for a couple of years now. What's the creative process like for you when you're putting together? You mentioned Living in the Fast Lane came up in a night. Upon request here. What's it look like when you guys are putting together your music?
So we're pretty disciplined with how we run our business. So every Monday night, which is tonight at the time of recording, we get together and write. So that's happening shortly after this. So me and my other guitar player, Driz, we write everything together. So he'll come over here and he'll sit on this couch and we'll noodle ideas and say, see what sticks, what comes up, whatever. We're in the early process right now. So and then we, like I said, we're pretty disciplined and militant with how we do it. So like songs come out every 2 months, and we write them all from about, this is what we did last year. It's what we're going to do this year too. So from about now till November, we'll be writing, seeing what we come up with. November till the end of January, we'll be recording, and then we're done for the year, and they just come out every 2 months after that. So we do 6 at a time. So we get, 12 songs every 2 years. So our first full-length album will be coming out in October. It'll be 11 songs. Yeah. So that's and that's what you're hearing now. It'll all kind of lead up to that in October. So we're really excited about that. We have a lot of cool stuff going. But we just, kind of bat around ideas, see what sticks, and then we go record them. We're super DIY as well. So like everything you just heard, Living in the Fast Lane, and everything you've heard before, we record right where I'm sitting, except for the drums, which we go to the studio in Charlotte, record the drums. And they don't touch them. They just throw them on a hard drive, and I bring it back here, and we do everything else here. Sitting in this chair. I recorded that solo you just heard right here. Like it's just what we do.
Right.
So we don't go to $high studios. We don't pay $high producers. We just kind of do it all ourselves. And so maybe some people say we should do those things, but we like doing stuff our way.
That's got to be gratifying.
It sounds amazing. I would not know that, and to be a fly on the wall would be amazing.
It's probably a lot of like, yep, nope, that one did. Oh, nope, one more time. Okay, all right, yeah, a lot of that going on. But it's the one nice thing we found doing that and kind of honing in on those abilities of production and stuff over the years is just we just get total control. I've been in studios before when I was younger, 14, 15, coming up, and you go in and you're paying hundreds of dollars per hour, and the guy hits record, and you're like, oh, what? Okay, all right. And then you leave and you listen to it and you're like, oh, I could have done so much better. Now I got to go back. So now some days I'll sit down and be like, all right, the goal today is record the Living in the Fast Lane solo. And I'll sit down, I'll do a couple takes and be like, this ain't it. And I'll get up, try again tomorrow. Who cares? Try again later, after dinner, take a break, whatever. We own the studio. It's all free. So come back anytime, do anything you want. All the vocals are done in this booth right here, which you can kind of see. And it's nice to be able to have that total control and be able to do a full session, think you're done, and then come back later and be like, we can do better. Let's do this again.
Sure.
I have a funny story about Thunderstruck, which I'll tell you when we get to that one.
Okay.
I truly admire the discipline, and we know this from being a fledgling show. We're just in our second year now as well. But you've got to it's the grind. You've got to be at it. You got to do something every day.
Every day you have to do a lot of things.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
So we have our DIY stuff extends to a weird degree. I mean, I do all of our logos, all of our art, all of our merch, all of our marketing. It's just every ad, we're out shooting content every Wednesdays. We're playing every Friday, Saturday, pretty much, a lot of times even Thursdays and Sundays as well. So yeah, it is a grind is a good word for it. So it's nice when people like you guys reach out and are like, we see you.
Well,
Because otherwise you feel like you're screaming into a vacuum. You know?
We appreciate you being on the show. I tell you, it's nice for us to see what you're doing. And again, like I said, this is from my standpoint, sitting in this chair. You're doing all the things that we really enjoy, we really love. This is
awesome.
the sound that we like, and we are going to get to Thunderstruck, and you just really made Quarter Peep happy, so happy. She's the rocker. I'm more the country guy.
Oh,
She's
nice.
the rocker, and AC/DC is her jam. So you guys covering that, that's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Hey, we had one question too, and this comes from Quarter Peep's mom.
Awesome.
Who was watching the video with us. I can't remember which video it was, but one of yours, your bass player was playing a 6-string bass.
Yeah, we get a lot of questions about that. Yeah.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, so Rasan is he graduated from Berklee College of Music, so
as did my brother.
Very cool. Yeah, he's a very skilled bass player, and he holds it down for us, and he does a lot more than just bass. But yeah, he loves those crazy 6-string bass. I don't know how he does it, but it's just something he got used to, and he loves it. And yeah, man, he's the guy we can just lays it down.
Yeah.
Like, any song we throw at him, you give him about 30 seconds and he'll be ready to roll,
Oh, that's awesome.
It's like, how do you we didn't even play this part. How are you playing this part?
Where did this come from?
I figured it out. He's also our MD on stage, which means he has the talkback mic that goes to our ears, so only we can hear him. So in between songs, he's telling us what's next. He's running all of our tracks and stuff live, doing all that kind of stuff. So he's got a lot on his plate, but he holds it down pretty well.
Well, I don't think people realize what all goes into a performance like that. And, you just talked about
how many things can go wrong.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no question. It's how you recover.
Yeah, exactly.
What is the most scariest story that you have so far being on stage? Whether a mic didn't work or someone dropped a guitar. I mean, what is the craziest thing that's happened?
We've seen some crazy stuff. We saw one guy, we were playing, we were covering If You Want Blood by AC/DC. And as we're screaming, If You Want Blood, this is not funny. It kind of is in retrospect, I guess, because he's okay. But a guy just collapsed into a seizure in front of us. And so we're screaming, If You Want Blood, and the guy collapsed. And I thought, we've seen a lot of drunk people. So I thought, a drunk guy fell over, whatever. But then I see him seizing and I'm like, I think we need to stop. So we ended up stopping and ambulance comes and all that stuff. He ended up being okay, I think. But yeah, it's like, how do you handle that?
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. Here's one for you.
Yeah, exactly. But we've had lots of moments where people, we've chipped multiple of us on stage from headbanging, and you hit, I had a chip right here because I had this big Viking necklace pendant on, and I was headbanging, and it came up and just ding right there in the tooth. Yep. Driz had a lady fall into his mic stand and slammed into his mouth. So yeah, it gets pretty brutal out there.
It can.
Yep.
Well, the next one that we've got queued up is Never Left Me, and this is another, it's an amazing video that you've got with this. Tell us a little bit about this song.
Yeah, sure. This one's not brutal. This one's one's very relaxed.
It is.
It's about having ever, been, it's about hometowns and things like that, but it could extend to loved ones or anything, but anything that you had to move on from for whatever reason that you kind of always carry a piece of with you. That's what it's about. And we actually, the official music video for this one is dropping tomorrow.
Oh,
and
super.
It has our friend Anna J on it. She's in the video with us and everything, and she's great. So, really cool. Really proud of this one. Different vibe. We try to showcase a little bit of range. We have songs all over our album that are fast, slow, hard, heavy, soft. About fun parties, about serious stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
Story songs. We
this does
run the gamut.
This has a wonderful message to it as well, besides being just a beautiful song. So let's enjoy this one, folks. Never Left Me, Bourbon Sons.
Long nights on this endless blacktop highway. Everything I left behind, heavy on my mind. Funny how the time just keeps on ticking. All the memories we'd be making, and you wonder why. stars, they are falling, while the bright lights keep on calling me home. A restless heart so wild and free, and on my own. You can't tame the wild in me. I may have left this old town, but it never left me. They say home is where the heart is. So why does mine beat so far away? I hope one day I can run with arms wide open. I could mend what was broken along the way. But the stars, they keep on falling, while the bright lights keep on calling me home. A restless heart so wild and free, but on my own. You can't tame the wild in me. Oh, I left this old town, but it never left me. Calling me home. A restless heart so wild and free, on my own. You can't tame the wild in me. I may have left this old town, but it never left me. Oh, I left this old town, but it never left me. Oh, I left this old town, but it never left me. I may have left this old town, but it never left me.
Yeah. That is awesome. Never Left Me from Bourbon Sons. Absolutely love that one.
Yeah, I love that one too. It's there was a few funny things I wrote down here that I didn't mention. So on keys in that one, we've been wanting to work with him for a while, but it's Dave Cohen, who is Post Malone and Morgan Wallen's
All
guy.
right. Yeah.
So he's on all those albums, and so we reached out to him and he laid down some keys, and we were really happy to have him be a part of that. But what he sent back to us was just like, I mean, I was immediately like, oh, this is why he's hired by everybody. Like, it's not, and the crazy thing is, it's not anything, different. Like, I play a little piano, I could have played everything he played,
Sure.
but it's not that. It's about how he listened to the song and played every note exactly what should be there.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
And so I just listened back to it and I was like, this is probably not have to change anything, which is rare. We usually have to change a lot of stuff.
Isn't that amazing, though, with those musicians who get it, who
Yeah.
actually understand what the workings of the song are, and that's what you get.
And those Nashville guys, that's how they are. That's
Yeah.
why they're paid for that. The other thing was, so the female voice on that, the version you have, it's Anna Jay. So, but the original version that's released, this is kind of funny. It's me. so I went in and I was singing all the harmonies, which I do all the harmonies for all of our stuff. But I was thinking, I was like, it'd sound really good if a chick did this. So I went in and AI'd it. So it's my voice, but it's AI. It's AI'd into a lady that's named Kate, which is kind of funny. And so then I sat back and I was like, that actually sounds legit. So I just left it.
Oh, that's super.
And then it came time to do the video, and I wanted some sort of female in the video to portray that part because this person doesn't exist. And so I reached out to Anna and I said, hey, here's the song. Could you come sing this part? And she replied, yeah, I'd love to, but I really don't want to be in the video and like step on this girl's toes. Like, is there, I don't want to upset anybody. And I was like, okay, well, she's me, so you're fine. So then Anna was the one that said, okay, well, I will do it, but she felt like her fans and people know what her voice sounds like. So she was like, can I just come in and record it? And I was like, yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. And here's another great thing about being DIY. We do all of our mixing and mastering. So I was like, we could just easily just print another one. That's fine. So she came in, got in the booth and laid down what you just heard there, which was just fantastic. She has an amazing voice. But those are some fun behind the music stories for that one that you won't really hear anywhere else.
That's why we love doing this. You get the backstory.
Yep.
Yep. Hey, this show is going live on the 29th of May, and I know you've got a pretty big deal going up next week. Yeah. So June 7th, Carolina Country Music Fest. Tell us about that.
Yeah, we're on Saturday night, so Jelly Roll's night. So we'll be playing with Jelly Roll, a whole bunch of other cool people. It's going to be super fun. It's at Myrtle Beach, which, not far from us at all. So we'll go down there and have a good time, play some country music, play some rock music, see what we can do.
Oh, that's awesome. Congratulations. That sounds like it'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. And then later in June, we're up in Wisconsin doing a Hoofbeat Festival. We'll be playing with Brooks and Dunn and a whole bunch of other people with that as well. So that'll be super fun. Last summer, we did Voices of America. We played with Aldean and his crew and a whole bunch of awesome people. So we'll see if we're back at that one this year. As of now, I don't know. But it's some cool festivals coming up. And right before we go out to CCMF, our next single will drop, which is a cover of AC/DC's Thunderstruck, which we have coming up here.
By the way, we have queued up. Tell us how this all came about. Now, you said this is a lot of your background going into this anyhow, so kind of makes sense that you can be doing this.
Yeah, exactly. You wouldn't know it if you're just discovering us, but it's kind of just a part of who we are. So yeah, we thought it'd be a cool cover. We do it live a lot, and it always gets a like what kind of reaction. So
I can
we're like, you know what? Let's see if we can bottle that reaction and put it into an album. So we did our best, and so far we've had the few people that have heard it. We've had really good feedback, and for your listeners that are listening to it now, you're hearing it a week or so early before it comes out. So that's pretty cool.
We appreciate that.
Yeah,
before we get into
officially
it
on June 3rd.
Before we get into it, though, tell us how fans find you. Where do folks find Bourbon Sons?
Oh, sure. We're easy to find. You can Google us, Bourbon Sons, or go to bourbonsons.com. That'll direct you anywhere you want to go. Any of your favorite social sites, it's at Bourbon Sons. So super easy to find. Perfect.
And touring all over the country. Now, the key question, do you have a favorite bourbon?
It's funny. I don't really drink that much.
Okay. Well, there you go. That's all right.
We have people, you would think, so being in country music, being named Bourbon Sons, singing a lot of songs about partying, that we go pretty hard. We're actually pretty modest. But for me, it's kind of I got a job to do kind of thing.
Yeah. Oh, no question.
People will be passing shots on stage, and it's like, dude, if you want me to play good, like, this ain't happening. Like,
no doubt.
I got to play good and sing good, not only now but tomorrow too. So let's.
Yeah, exactly.
I got to make sure we're reined in here.
All right. Well,
let's rock for you. We'll do the playing. You do the.
We'll take care of that. Right. We'll take care of that. We can do that.
There you go.
Well, let's give this one a listen. Quarter Peep, I know you're going to be rocking out. This is Bourbon Sons and their version of Thunderstruck. Oh, yes. Listening to it before it's out already. Thunderstruck. Bourbon Sons. Dallas, thank you so much, dude. That was all right.
Yeah, for sure. There was one funny little tidbit on that one. I'd recorded all the vocals and then finished it, put it up for everybody to listen to. And then I got sick, so I lost my voice. I couldn't sing for it. It's unrelated to singing this. It just happened to get sick a couple weeks after I finished. And then my drummer pointed out Foz. He was like, "Hey, you sang one word wrong." I was like, ugh.
Oh, no.
So the part where he goes, "Sound of the drums," I accidentally said "sound of the guns."
Oh,
So I said guns twice instead of drums and guns. So I had to wait to get better and then go back in there and sing one word.
Hey, but that's the beauty of it. You've got control. You know, you can do it.
Thankfully, yeah. If we'd paid for that, I had to been like, well, it is what it is now.
No doubt.
Can't mess that one up.
We really appreciate you bringing all this to us tonight. And, man, what a great, exciting summer you've got coming up. Wishing you guys all the luck. Thanks so much for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me, and thanks so much for listening and all that good stuff.
Well, we're excited. We're going to have to track you down. We're going to find you one of these days out of one of these shows. We got to see you live.
Yes.
Yeah, of course. Anytime.
Quarter Peep, who do we have coming up next?
So I just double checked because guess what? It's Detroit Treble.
Yes.
Another rock band.
She's getting back-to-back rock bands. She is happy.
That's good.
All righty, that's a wrap on tonight's show. Dallas, again, thank you so much for joining us, bringing us Bourbon Sons.
Of course.
For all you out there listening to us in podcast land, we appreciate all your support. If you've got more bands like Bourbon Sons that you'd like us to hear, drop us a line, vehiclecitysound@gmail.com. And you can always find out where we're going to be and what trouble we're getting into at vehiclecitysound.com. Our schedule is there, and all the folks that we've talked to, you can listen to any of these shows, especially great ones like this one with Bourbon Sons tonight. Thank you again, and hey, everybody, be good.